Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Nessa Huda and I'm the Regional Director of Miss Toronto. I want to thank you all for attending our first ever virtual tournament. We know it's different from what you expected, it's definitely different from what the team expected as well, but we want to thank you all for still bringing your spirit, for making some amazing submissions, and we're so excited to give you this live showcase so that you can see submissions from other competitions, from other schools, and kind of all come together in one place and cheer each other on. And now we have a message from our platinum sponsors, Penny Appeal, who have also sponsored our Miss Bowl tournament, which is happening right now.
There are a few things that we want to tell you about the Feed Our World distributions happening today. The first thing is that they can happen practically anywhere, from the deserts to bustling cities around the world. Anyone, anywhere, can use a little extra help. And also, we distribute fundamental ingredients such as oils, dates, rice, and flour, because we know that our beneficiaries deserve the best meals to help them get their day off started on the right foot. People around the world are doing incredible things, and lack of food access should never be an issue for anyone. So we'll continue to do distributions around the world to ensure that no one sleeps hungry on our watch.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى. أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى وما عليك ألا يزكى. وأما من جاءك يسعى وهو يخشى فأنت عنه تلهى. كلا إنها تذكرة فمن شاء ذكره في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأكبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره. صدق الله العظيم. Now I will be doing Surah Al-Infitar. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا السماء انفطرت وإذا الكواكب انتثرت وإذا البحار فجرت وإذا القبور بعثرت علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت. يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك كلا بل تكذبون بالدين وإن عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم وإن الفجار لفي جحيم يصلونها يوم الدين وما هم عنها بغائبين وما أدراك ما يوم الدين ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله صدق الله العظيم. Now I'll be doing Surah Al-Layl for my last. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك صوت عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Shahad al-Kubaisi and I'll be reciting for Quran level 1 for the passage of Surah al-Ghashiyah from ayah 1 to 20. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Shahad al-Kubaisi and this is the recitation for Quran level 1 from for the passage Surah Al-Layl from ayah 1 to 21. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى وما عليك ألا يزكى وأما من جاءك يسعى وهو يخشى فأنت عنه تلهى كلا إنها تذكرة فمن شاء ذكره في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى وما عليك ألا يزكى وأما من جاءك يسعى وهو يخشى فأنت عنه تلهى كلا إنها تذكرة فمن شاء ذكره في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا السماء انفطرت وإذا الكواكب انتثرت وإذا البحار فجرت وإذا القبور بعثرت علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك كلا بل تكذبون بالدين وإن عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم وإن الفجار لفي جحيم يصلونها يوم الدين وما هم عنها بغائبين وما أدراك ما يوم الدين ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى. صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك صوت عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرور مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مسفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا السماء انفطرت وإذا الكواكب انتثرت وإذا البحار فجرت وإذا القبور بعثرت علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلق فسواك فعدلك في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك كلا بل تكذبون بالدين وإنا عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم وإن الفجار لفي جحيم يصلونها يوم الدين وما هم عنها بغائبين وما أدراك ما يوم الدين ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله صدق الله العظيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فانذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا الآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأشقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى. صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى وما يدريك لعله يزكى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى وما عليك ألا يزكى وأما من جاءك يسعى وهو يخشى فأنت عنه تلهى كلا إنها تذكرة فمن شاء ذكره في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا السماء انفطرت وإذا الكواكب انتثرت وإذا البحار فجرت وإذا القبور بعثرت علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك كلا بل تكذبون بالدين وإن عليكم لحافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم وإن الفجار لفي جحيم يصلونها يوم الدين وما هم عنها بغائبين وما أدراك ما يوم الدين ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى وَلَسَوْفَ يَرْضَى.
Next up is a message from our gold sponsor, Islamic Relief Canada, who have sponsored our humanitarian service competition.
Assalamu alaikum, Ms. Toronto. Abdul Wasa here with Islamic Relief Canada. As a proud sponsor and partner for this year's tournament, we're so amazed to see everyone's dedication and commitment despite having to shift to Mist's first ever virtual online tournament. Fun fact, a couple of us at the office actually participated in the first ever Miss Toronto back in 2008. We know how exciting this time can be, so we just want to wish everyone all the best with the competitions. Islamic Relief Canada is the largest Muslim charity in Canada. We work all across the country, all the way from Halifax to Vancouver, helping our communities locally, as well as providing relief and fighting poverty in 30 countries around the world. None of the work that we do would be possible without our incredible volunteers who help raise hundreds of thousands of dollars every year for people in need. We'd love for you to get involved, from crowdfunding to skill-based volunteering to even setting up your own IRC club. There's a lot you can do to make a huge difference. So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to stay in the loop. May the best team win.
Personne n'est protégé contre l'échec. C'est ceux qui prennent l'échec et le manifestant pour devenir un succès qui ne sont jamais vaincus. Ils savent qui ils sont, de quoi ils sont capables de et comment ils ont réussi. C'est lorsque les gens sont confrontés à ces défis que deux options se présentent. L'une est de passer ce défi, de surmonter et devenir plus fort en tant que personne. Ou deux, vivre votre vie peur de quelque chose que vous n'avez jamais essayé de surmonter. J'ai été confrontée à ces deux choix à l'âge de 8 ans lorsque j'ai reçu un diagnostic de scoliose pour la première fois. Je pourrais vivre mon vie en retenant le diagnostic ou cela peut m'aider à devenir une meilleure personne. Pour longtemps, ce n'était pas un choix facile à faire. La peur d'être notablement différent de ceux qui m'entourent m'a submergée. Je n'ai dit à personne ce qui avait passé, pourquoi j'ai manqué des événements sportifs ou plusieurs jours d'école. C'était une partie de moi que je ne voulais pas que le monde connaisse, de peur de devenir la fille avec la scoliose ou celle qui était toujours à l'hôpital. Ces étiquettes semblaient définir les gens et les perceptions que les autres avaient d'eux. Où j'étais, quoi je faisais, pourquoi je ne pouvais pas toujours sortir, c'était un cycle constant de création d'un personnage, de quelqu'un qui n'était pas moi. La satisfaction et le bonheur ne venaient pas de cela, et le plus que je pensais que j'offre sa solution, la journée se répète. C'était mon vie 8 années au passé. Tout autour de moi, la vie déplace si vite. Et le monde autour de moi est devenu un cycle où j'ai essayé de suivre les normes qui atteignent plus de moi chaque jour. C'est parce que j'étais différent que le bonheur semblait si loin et inaccessible. C'est parce que j'étais différent que je ne pouvais pas voir personne me regarder sans les sympathies. C'était parce que j'étais différent que j'ai barré les portes pour que je peux grandir. Je n'étais pas contente tout au long du processus. Je pensais que mon moment de réalisation ne viendrait jamais. Je ne pensais pas que c'était un problème, mais avait plutôt l'accepter simplement comme ma vie. Être différent, c'était qui j'étais, et ça ne pourrait jamais me rendre heureux. C'était quand j'ai commencé à chercher le problème que j'ai trouvé que la solution n'était pas vraiment facile. C'était quand j'ai entendu les mots d'Albus Livermore. Le bonheur peut être trouvé même dans les moments les plus sombres si l'on les souvient d'allumer la lumière. J'ai réalisé que j'ai pris la décision de ne pas surmonter ce que j'ai face, mais plutôt de le considérer comme un fardeau et quelque chose dont j'avais besoin d'avoir honte. Quand nous grandissons, on nous apprend à nous battre dans les moments difficiles, mais on ne nous apprend jamais comment. On nous donne des paroles de sagesse, mais on ne nous donne jamais un moyen de les mettre en œuvre dans nos vies. La lutte devient des batailles intérieures et nos mondes commencent à tourner autour de ce que nous croyons nous pouvons et pouvons pas faire face à ces défis. Ces moments font reconnaître que ce sont des défis qui permettent à quelqu'un de s'élever et devenir plus fort en tant que personne. C'est grâce à cela que j'ai pu découvrir qui j'étais et que j'allais toujours être plus qu'une simple étiquette. L'adversité permet de comprendre ce dont les gens sont capables de en tant que personne, leur valeur, leur capacité et surtout de réaliser qu'ils ne sont pas définis par les limites. Le processus de réalisation de soi et de reconnaître les défauts ne serait jamais facile, mais il est rendu possible qu'en raison des défis auxquels nous sommes confrontés dans la vie. C'est grâce à ce principe de compréhension que l'on peut maintenir le contentement par l'adversité. La vérité est que les difficultés seront toujours rencontrées dans ma vie. C'est de comprendre qu'il y a un bout de cela. Au moment où j'ai commencé à mettre en œuvre ce type de pensée dans ma vie, il n'y a pas fallu longtemps pour que les choses prennent un sens pour moi. Bien que ma situation n'a pas jamais beaucoup amélioré, je ne remettais plus en cause de la raison dernière ce qui était arrivé à moi, mais reconnaisse plutôt que pour chaque défi auquel j'étais confrontée, il y avait une bénéfice caché. Alors, quelle est la réponse pour atteindre le contentement pendant l'adversité? Il est important de trouver votre contentement et lui permettre de grandir dans n'importe quelle circonstance ou situation momentaire dans laquelle vous pouvez vous trouver dans. Il est essentiel de pouvoir trouver ce contentement et de ne pas le laisser disparaître avec le temps. Il est important de ne pas rendre cela dépendant des vêtements sur ton dos ou l'argent que vous avez gagné. J'ai réalisé la première fois que j'ai vraiment expérimenté le contentement à travers cette adversité quand j'avais fait du progrès dans ma situation et mon colonne vertébrale s'était redressé de quelques degrés. À ce moment-là, il aurait été facile de regarder tout ce que je ne pouvais pas faire. J'ai pas fait ça. J'ai vu cela comme une opportunité, une situation incroyable. C'est à travers ce genre de pensée que j'ai réalisé que le contentement vient avec les perspectives et pas les expériences. Tout peut être transformé en un moment heureux si on peut concentrer sur les petites victoires. Le problème de trouver ce contentement est ce qui se passe après que vous avez l'avoir trouvé. Qu'est-ce qui se passe lorsque le défi avait passé? Alors nous encore pouvoir reconnaître ces petites victoires et trouver le bonheur dans notre vie pour tous les jours? Pour moi, la réponse était que j'ai oublié. J'ai oublié toutes les choses que j'avais apprises car je n'avais plus besoin de m'en souvenir. La réponse aux questions est de ne pas oublier les leçons apprises, mais pour les prendre et les intégrer à qui vous êtes. Le bonheur ne doit pas être basé sur les circonstances dans la vie, mais doit être constant. C'est avec la réalisation et fierté dans Allah que ça peut être accompli. C'est de rendre compte comment il est en contrôle. Et c'est ce que nous sommes capables à survivre dans ces situations. La réalité est que c'est facile de sentir que nous n'avons pas beaucoup de contrôle sur nos vies. Mais si nous tournons vers il, ça élimine ce type de pensée. Ça assure que vous savez que même avec la situation, nous sommes d'accord et il va nous aider. Quand nous sommes capables d'accomplir ça, le bonheur est très facile à trouver. La vie n'est pas linéaire. Le cycle de douleur et la joie est impossible. Nous devons donc apprendre à ne pas compter sur les petites choses. Le cycle du contentement est d'accepter que ce qui avait nous arrivé en sachant que nous possédons les outils pour transformer ces événements. C'est de réaliser que le contentement vient à l'intérieur d'un individu, alors que quand vous le cherchez, vous réalisez que ce n'est pas si loin après tout. Merci.
Les échecs, la déception et les défis. C'est des choses que nous, comme les humains, s'occupent de chaque jour. Quotidiennement, on crée des plans pour nous-mêmes afin d'accomplir nos buts et pour être la meilleure version de nous-mêmes. Pourtant, souvent la meilleure chose qu'on peut faire pour notre succès et bonheur est de faire confiance en le parcours de la vie. Ceci est une phrase simple, mais très difficile à suivre. Quand quelqu'un a confiance en le parcours, ça veut dire que simplement, il prend des choses comme elles viennent. Il croit que chaque échec a un objectif et qu'éventuellement, le temps guérira tout. Comme Snoopy a une fois dit, continue de regarder en avant, c'est le secret de la vie. Ceci est un concept que pour la plupart de ma vie, je n'étais pas capable de comprendre, jusqu'à récemment, quand j'ai commencé d'apprécier l'importance. Donc, pendant ce discours, je discuterai pourquoi c'est difficile de croire en le processus, l'importance de cette mentalité et les bénéfices mentaux. Pendant la jeunesse, une des compétences qui est enseignée partout est l'habilité de faire des buts. Comme des jeunes de 6 et 7 ans, c'est notre responsabilité de pas seulement créer des buts, mais de développer des plans pour les surmonter et accomplir. Simplement dit, on apprend que pour avoir du succès, on doit toujours être proactif. Je me souviens que comme un élève en école élémentaire, j'avais plusieurs projets à propos au début. J'ai appris au sujet de l'acronyme SMART et l'idée qu'on doit toujours être responsable pour notre succès était très soulignée. Grâce aux enseignements depuis la jeunesse, les enfants, adolescents et les adultes ont de la difficulté de croire aveuglément dans leur parcours durant les défis. Les enfants sont enseignés qu'on doit prendre des choses en main et contrôler nos vies. Le résultat est que pendant le reste de nos vies, on a constamment l'envie de faire autant que possible pour éviter les échecs. Donc, les apprentissages de la jeunesse et qu'est-ce qui se rend avoir de confiance difficile parmi les adolescents et les adultes dans le 21e siècle. En deuxième lieu, bien que faisant de confiance dans le parcours soit difficile, c'est une mentalité cruciale qui, selon moi, mènera à un niveau de bonheur plus élevé. Comme les êtres humains, on adore être en contrôle. On aime faire semblant qu'on a tout résolu et sont des individus calmes. Souvent, les gens planifient chaque moment de leur vie, pas seulement pour le présent, mais pour le futur aussi. La vérité malheureuse est que les humains n'ont pas autant de contrôle qu'ils s'en croient. Faire confiance sur le parcours est une compétence utile qui permet les gens à surmonter les défis et de rester calmes à la même fois. Puisque la réalité est qu'on ne peut pas planifier et contrôler tout, l'acceptation de cette fait et croyant que tout fonctionnera est une des stratégies les plus importantes. Comme un élève en 12e année, j'ai fait face à plusieurs entraves académiques. Il y a des nuages qui encerclent les têtes de moi et mes camarades quand l'idée de l'université est évoquée. Depuis un an, tout le monde a dédié leur temps vers le succès académique en essayant d'avoir de l'équilibre dans la vie. Pourtant, c'est quand on fait face au stress que la sérénité devient difficile à maintenir. Les élèves voient leurs notes bas et le désir d'y contrôler est fort et souvent inefficace. Bien que le travail dur est important, parfois, au lieu de stresser à propos de quelque chose qu'on ne peut pas contrôler, c'est nécessaire de croire que tout sera mieux avec le temps. En troisième lieu, il y a plusieurs bénéfices psychologiques d'avoir de conviction dans le processus. Plusieurs gens ont probablement écouté la phrase « lâche-toi quand confronté avec tes freins ». C'est un conseil qui semble énervant, mais actuellement utile et précis. La croyance dans le parcours est prochement liée à se lâcher. Quand quelqu'un croit en le processus, il résiste le désir de contrôler chaque aspect de leur vie et plutôt commence d'avoir de foi en notion que le temps guérira tout. Quand les individus commencent à croire que tout arrive pour une raison, bien que ce sera difficile, ils commencent à se lâcher et arrêtera à se concentrer sur l'irréparable. Selon une étude faite par Berkeley, perdre leur contrôle me menait à un niveau de satisfaction plus haut parmi les gens. Ils sont plus capables d'apprécier les petites choses de la vie et ont la capacité de faire plusieurs décisions claires et propres. En outre, d'avoir de croyances dans le processus mène à un taux d'épuisement diminué. Les individus qui ont moins de stress et sont plus calmes possèdent une mentalité plus optimiste et s'épuisent moins. Ceci augmentera le bonheur et les gens commenceront d'être déterminés par la passion et le bonheur au lieu de la stress et l'anxiété. Donc, c'est évident que cette mentalité est une façon excellente d'augmenter la productivité, la santé mentale et le bonheur. Pour conclure, tandis que c'est difficile, cette mentalité est une compétence vitale qui a des impacts positifs sur la santé mentale. Faire confiance en le parcours. Une phrase simple mais complexe. La vie est une alternance des hauts et des bas. Les humains échouent et ils réussissent, et la stabilité est presque impossible à obtenir. On fait face aux freins chaque jour, et si on se force à créer des plans détaillés pour chaque situation, il causera plus de stress dans la vie. Pendant que les enfants, adolescents et adultes vivent la vie, c'est indispensable qu'ils acceptent le processus et ils commencent à apprendre de chaque défi pour qu'ils puissent devenir la meilleure version d'eux-mêmes. On peut utiliser cette mentalité spécifiquement aujourd'hui, lorsqu'on vit au milieu d'une pandémie, le coronavirus. En février, on n'a probablement jamais pensé qu'une pandémie dirigerait nos vies, mais enfin, c'est exactement ce qui est arrivé. On ne sait jamais qu'est-ce qui arrivera et comment. Donc, avec la termination de ce discours, je demanderai une question. C'est quoi votre parcours? Et êtes-vous proche de croire que Dieu a tout planifié? Merci.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surat Al-Imran, verset 159 dit: Allah aime en vérité ceux qui lui font confiance. En arabe léger et cher auditoire, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Avoir tawakkul, ou du confiance en Allah, commence par comprendre qu'Allah est le meilleur des planificateurs. Vous devez croire hors de tout doute qu'Allah est en contrôle de tout processus et que Allah a créé le monde pour tester l'humanité. Il vous teste soit par des bénédictions, soit par des épreuves. Tawakkul est aussi quand vous mettez toute votre confiance en Allah et comprenez qu'il y a beaucoup de difficultés et complications dans la vie. Mais Allah va toujours créer une échappatoire qui vous permettra à surmonter n'importe quelle difficulté. Et cette conviction doit prendre du temps. Tout le monde a beaucoup de plans de la vie. Chaque jour, vous faites de nouveaux plans, mais vous ne savez pas quels plans sont les plus meilleurs. Quand vos plans ne fonctionnent pas, vous commencez à perdre confiance en Allah et aussi en vous-même. Vous pensez que Allah a enlevé votre bénédiction, mais en vérité, Allah veut que vous soyez patient et il va vous bénir avec quelque chose de plus meilleur que vous avez perdu. Quand vous rencontrez des difficultés dans la vie, comme à l'école ou au travail, vous pouvez commencer à sentir triste, désespéré et malheureux. Mais est-ce que vous vous souvenez de toutes vos bénédictions de la vie, comme avoir une maison, de l'eau propre, avoir de la nourriture, la capacité à lire et à écrire, et à avoir de la liberté? Ce ne sont que quelques exemples de vos bénédictions. Quand vous ne vous souvenez pas de vos bénédictions, vous pouvez commencer à perdre confiance en Allah. Mais comment est-ce que vous ne pouvez pas avoir de confiance en Allah? Quand Allah vous dirige en Surat Qaf, verset 16, nous sommes plus près de lui que ses vingulaires. Allah vous confirme qu'il est toujours là pour vous. Tout ce qu'on a besoin de faire est mettre notre front au sol et demander à lui de vous aider à résoudre vos problèmes. Allah est toujours là pour vous. Il ne vous abandonnera jamais. Alors pourquoi est-ce qu'on a besoin de sentir triste et désespéré? Allah a aidé avec beaucoup de vos problèmes que vous avez rencontrés précédemment. Alors pourquoi est-ce que vous pensez qu'il va vous quitter cette fois? Ensuite, comment est-ce que vous pouvez sentir heureux quand vous rencontrez des difficultés? Alors, vous pouvez commencer à dire Alhamdulillah pour toutes vos bénédictions que Allah a vous données. Quand vous remerciez Allah pour toutes les bénédictions de la vie et toutes les belles choses de la vie, vous commencez à vous sentir reconnaissant et heureux pour toutes les bénédictions. Aussi, quand vous faites du dua et vous parlez avec Allah à propos de vos problèmes, mais aussi à propos de vos bénédictions, vous vous sentirez la quiétude totale. Une autre chose que vous devez savoir est qu'Allah a des différentes façons à accepter vos doigts. Il peut les accepter immédiatement, dans la future, ou il peut vous donner quelque chose de plus meilleur que vous avez lui demandé. Vous devez rappeler qu'Allah va toujours vous donner ce qui est meilleur pour vous, puisque en Surat Al-Anfal, il est le meilleur des planificateurs. En conclusion, Tawakkul signifie la confiance sans réserve en Dieu. Tawakkul est comprendre que vous avez beaucoup de choses qui se passent dans la vie, mais Allah est toujours là pour vous et il va vous accepter vos doigts quand vous lui demandez. Enfin, Allah a toujours les meilleurs plans et mettre vos confiances en lui est qu'est-ce qu'un mu'min doit faire. Je veux vous laisser avec une verset en Surat Hud, verset 115 qui affirme « Et sois patient, car Allah ne laisse pas perdre la récompense des gens bienfaisants. Merci beaucoup. Salam alaikum.
Next up, we have a message from our gold sponsor, Nasiha Mental Health, who will be sponsoring our short film competition. We will also be having a short film watch party next month, so we're so excited to have you guys all there.
Feel so lost. I don't know who to turn to. I want to end it all.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Nasiha. We're here for you.
سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah. That was a very beautiful recitation, MashaAllah. As a community, we have great expectations of you, and I'm sure you'll do well, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. And I'll see you tomorrow for your next class. Assalamu alaikum.
We've seen it very frequently. A celebrity gets cancelled on social media because of a mistake they made a long time ago. Yes, they've made a mistake, and a lot of the times they're sorry for it. But it's not the job of society to go around and begin to humiliate them by constantly abusing them on social media and turning them into a supervillain, someone who's committed crimes their whole life. That's exactly what canceling is. It's not to make someone feel sorry and try to fix their mistake. It's to make a fool of someone for a mistake they committed a long time ago. Yes, is that person's fault? Definitely. But is it the job of us as Muslims to act in this way? The Holy Prophet, when he conquered Makkah, he came into the city acting very humble. He never said a bad word to the people, even though the way they acted with him, it would have been understandable if he abused them. Another thing is, more recently, leaders have begun to speak about canceling. Barack Obama, he spoke about it. He said that it's not activism and that we should accept that our world is not as perfect and pure as it is. Maria Claire 2020. Furthermore, that's not to say that there are people who aren't people who should be cancelled. Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly pop up to mind. They're people who've done disgusting things, who haven't apologized, and who still admit they're wrong. Yes, they have been sent to jail, but it's very sad to see people listening to their records and still watching their movies with the same fervor that they did before they knew about their heinous crimes. Furthermore, also, does it make sense that a celebrity is cancelled completely for a simple tweet? Yes, it is offensive, and yes, we can't accept tweets like that. But to think that two people, one who does shoplifting and one who assaults someone with a weapon, they go to jail for 2 years. Is that acceptable? Is it really true that shoplifting is just as bad as an assault with a weapon? That's what I want to be thought. Furthermore, that's not to say that someone such as Donald Trump, who unapologetically tweets racist and bigoted tweets, and who only continues to increase them as he faces criticism. Maria Kolb, January 2020. Furthermore, we must understand that as Muslims, we should be willing to forgive certain people, because Allah says that the only sin that's unforgivable is shirk. And of course, we shouldn't forgive all of these people, particularly the ones who've hurt a lot of people, but those who've had a small slip up, we should be willing to forgive them after they make a proper apology and they make efforts to gain redemption. Because where's the humanity if we keep on canceling them for just say that we won't listen to your shows just because you made one mistake? That's wrong. We mustn't let ourselves get carried away in these actions. Also, when we think about it, canceling someone can also make them say more negative things. We should be wary of that. We don't want people to get hurt. We want these problems to stop. If you knew that someone would go out and kill 2 more people if you constantly posted about them on social media, you would think twice, because you care about the lives of those people more. That's not to say that there's not a civilized way to call out these people, but to shame them and humiliate them, to make them seem like they've done wrong their whole life, is not the right way. We must, as a society, try to progress forward and try to make these people accountable rather than making them feel like the victims, to gain undue sympathy for them. We must try to hold seminars and meetings to try to convince them. We must have petitions. That's a civilized way to get them to change. To humiliate them will only make them act worse and will make us lower our characters, and that's not something we want to do. Thank you.
Honorable judges, welcome to my presentation. We live in an era with constant growth of technology and innovation. In this digital age, it is important for everyone to be able to keep up with our advancing world and to learn certain concepts to align for the modernized future. Learning to code at an early age should be mandatory because it provides valuable skills for the children, it prepares kids for the digital world, and it eliminates gender bias. To begin with, learning to code at an early age helps build valuable life skills. According to the website Teach Your Kids to Code, persistence, creativity, and resilience are accentuated when coding is applied. When kids learn how to code, they learn the importance of not giving up. In order to solve various problems, children must find different solutions and find until they reach the right one. Creativity is also vital in the world of accounting. Children get to take their own path and they create what they want to see and what they want to design. This maximizes their innovative thinking and while also having them think outside the box. These types of skills are essential to learn at a young age and they will help build while they get older. My second reason as to why coding should become mandatory in primary schools is because it prepares kids for the digital world. Liam O'Donnell, an author and educator, quotes, "Our whole world is run by code these days. I think it's important for young people to learn that these things that they use every day are all running on computer code." Coding has become a part of our daily life in this digital age. It's important that kids also start learning concepts that align with the digital age. Coding helps strengthen mathematical and scientific skills in an alternate way that reflects our modern world, rather than typical paper and pencil work. According to a study from Oxford University, 47% of today's jobs will be completely eliminated in the next 20 years. Therefore, I think it's important to prepare these kids of today to be able to tackle our rapidly advancing world with coding. Lastly, I believe that coding should be introduced at an early age in order to completely eliminate gender bias. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics and Catalyst in 2006, women only made up 27 to 29% of the computing workforce. According to a National Public Radio Report 2013, only 20% of computer programmers in the US were female. In my own personal experiences in my grade 10 tech design class, I was out of 5 of the only girls in the class in comparison to the boys. In the tech world, women are widely underrepresented. Learning coding at a young age and as part of the school curriculum ensures that both male and female students both have an equal chance at pursuing STEM courses. It also ensures that girls my age and girls at a younger age can build the confidence that they need to pursue tech programs in the future. In conclusion, I strongly believe that coding should be taught to the new generation in elementary schools. Learning coding at an early age helps build important life skills that can be used in the future. It prepares students for the digital world and the digital future. And it can also help eliminate gender bias in the tech industry. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Now Ms. Toronto would like to introduce our silver sponsor, Ansar Financial. Ansar Financial has been Ms. Toronto's #1 supporter since 2013, always providing us with guidance and assistance. Ansar Financial is the first Sharia-compliant, interest-free public company in North America that is listed on a stock exchange.
We are almost through our program, and at this time I'd like to thank our bronze sponsor, AMB Driving School. AMB has been providing thousands of novice and expert drivers driving techniques and skills needed to drive safely and expertly on the roads of Ontario.
Assalamu alaikum and hi, my name is Safa and I'll be doing my oratory speech on struggles of life. My missed ID is IDCXW-WFLEP if that was necessary. He who is not courageous enough to take risks in life will accomplish nothing, is what Muhammad Ali said. Muhammad Ali took many risks in life, and that was by being a world-class African-American boxer in times of segregation. It was also by putting himself as a black figure in a black public figure in also times of segregation. He was not always successful, but he had this faith in Allah which allowed him to be successful, and he trusted the process which led to his success. He taught us many important lessons of life. He taught us about taking risks that we all have to take eventually, and he also taught us the strenuous process that is associated with success. It is in this generation, it is evident that many of us are or will shy away from taking risks, and usually this is because a fear of failure. The reason that everyone is so scared of failure is because they care so much about how they're viewed by public and how others see them. Saying this is one thing, but it's pretty easy, but actually doing this is a process, and a difficult one at that. Trust me when I say I'm a complete hypocrite when it comes to this, because I personally wanted to take a gap year to figure out what I wanted to do in life and in the future, and whether what I wanted to do was something that I actually wanted to pursue in life. I also wanted to just get some experience, to get a break from school, to try adventures and to go on adventures, and mainly I wanted to leave this systematic life that everyone lives. But for the longest time, my biggest problem with this was, with taking a gap year, was that I would be seen by other people as this reject from universities. I was scared that everyone would think that the only reason I'm going on a gap year, regardless of what I say, is that because I didn't get an acceptance for a university, or I didn't know what to do with my life, which is not something that everyone finds desirable in a person. And well, this scared me a lot, but my brother had actually talked me out of this ideology and out of this mindset that I should not care about others, and that he said that it does not matter how others view me, and he said that because they are not the ones that are living my life, and that I should make my decisions based on what I want to and how I want to live. So after he said this, I kind of took this advice very seriously, and I started caring less about how others saw me, and I started caring more about how I saw myself and what I wanted to do in the future with my life. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, no one can judge you, and the things that you share with others and what they say in response to that should and does not matter. You want to do what you want to do based on just your sheer enjoyment for doing that activity or following your career, whatever it is. The only thing that matters is that you want to do it and that Allah would approve of what you're doing. Tawakkul. Tawakkul is an Arabic word, and it means reliance on God or trusting God's plan. It is viewed as the perfect trust in Allah. It is also something that we all need and require in order to take risks in life. The only effective way to honestly grow is to push yourself out of this comfort zone that everyone is in and try to reach these new levels, and it's not possible until you take these risks. Now, knowing everything that is associated with risks, I know that the path that you have to follow while taking these risks are extremely difficult. But the path will eventually lead and teach you to trust, basically, the process. And basically, trusting the process means to live in this routine, the process of falling over and over again until you win again, and having the faith that everything will be worth it. And after this way of living, after you've followed this routine, you will be more comfortable taking risks and acting by yourself.
All this time through my life I've been trying to carry on, but this burden from my past keeps weighing me down. All my brothers, my friends, they left me in the dark. I keep striving, keep running, but there's nowhere left to run. I know you may not see it, but there is a shining light. There's always a sunrise with every night. Oh, just hang on a bit longer, Allah is by your side. Don't worry, oh don't worry, can't you see the light? Trust the process, move along. This life's not a struggle, it's a beautiful call to Allah. Alhamdulillah, gotta keep going, keep your faith in Allah. Make sure you trust the process, move along. This life's not a struggle, it's a beautiful call to Allah. Alhamdulillah, gotta keep going, keep your faith in Allah. Keep your faith in Allah, la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. My marks, all my grades, I've been crying all day. Everything's stacking on me like I've got no other way. My mental health, my dismay, I've been going astray. I've got no motive, and I'm feeling betrayed. All my struggles, my hopes, they've all gone to waste. I've got no future, man, I feel so displaced. I know you may not see it, but there is a shining light. There's always a sunrise with every night. Oh, just hang on a bit longer, Allah is by your side. Don't worry, oh don't worry, can't you see the light? Trust the process, move along. This life's not a struggle, it's a beautiful call to Allah. Alhamdulillah, gotta keep going, keep your faith in Allah. Make sure you trust the process, move along. This life's not a struggle, it's a beautiful call to Allah. Alhamdulillah, gotta keep going, keep your faith in Allah. Keep your faith in Allah. All my life I was nothing but a miserable boy. I didn't fast, I didn't pray, all I did was enjoy. I came up into this appointed life where I'm stuck and I'm troubled and I can't get by. My family reminded me about God, and I tried, but I just forgot. Today I realize that He is part of us, just as how God is so fond of us. Trust the process, Allah. This life's not a struggle, it's a beautiful call to Allah. Alhamdulillah. Gotta keep going, keep your faith in Allah. Keep your faith in Allah.
Next up, we have a message from Human Concern International, our gold sponsor, who have also sponsored our spoken word competition.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, we're here actually, this is a huge package. SubhanAllah, I didn't know it was this much. So guys, if you look on this side right here, this is a full kit. So mattresses, carpet, there's so much here. So you guys, your money, really honestly, it made a huge difference. So we're sticking on the sheets now, inshallah, for all the people that donated. And these are the people behind me waiting to collect their packages, inshallah. We have trucks behind us, trucks of stuff as well. This is just the beginning. Please support us. Please help us. Please donate so we can help more people, support more people. And honestly, remember, you will be the answer to these people's du'as. They're making du'a. Let yourself be the answer to their du'as. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Dear future self, what has our world come to? A world of chaos, a world so toxic, a world where humans have no care for one another, your mother or your father, conflict taking over, becoming the oxygen we breathe. Dear future self, why are millions of Syrians displaced, don't have any food to taste, don't have what we put to waste, missiles striking, traumatizing newborns, waking up to the sound of guns, and sleeping without one of their sons? Our brothers and sisters in China stripped off their basic rights, fighting for the right to life, what we take for granted. Kashmir, India, Yemen, and Palestine, Muslims facing hardship, living their life by walking on a mine, fighting battles against hate, lifting up the heavy weight, and yet we can't appreciate the blessings we've been given, taking everything for granted, making our biggest worry that follow or that like. And as for our generation, social media's taken over the nation, used to mask away our worries. Yes, hardship is difficult. Can't face it like an adult. All the stress consumes your mind and all you want to do is escape reality and leave this misery and enter the sphere of make-believe desires that make you feel like fire, scrolling through the gram. And don't forget to send that tweet. Hey guys, drank my iced coffee. Oh no, he left me undelivered. I need my rush of dopamine, cause when hardship hits you like a train, you have no time to think about the strain, want to take away the pain. Dear future self, I'm drowning in life's miseries, all the worries, the tragedies. When I look at society, where's the prosperity? Cause all I see is humans running around confused, consumed by desires, but on the inside, they're bruised. And no, it's not just you and me or that guy on the street. Got a big smile on the outside, little do they know what's on the inside. Drowning in adversity, got nothing but anxiety. Fast forward 20 years looking back in my life, wishing I realized that life on earth is temporary, and no, it's not butterflies and rainbows. The path ahead of you won't be looking like a rose. Instead, it's covered in mountains that you'll have to climb, but it's important to remember that we can't stop, cause yes, you will reach the top and the weight on your shoulders will eventually drop. Because with hardship comes ease, doesn't require any expertise. When you're drowning in the sea of misery, desperate, reaching out for rescue, desperate for someone to relieve the blues, it's simple. Trust in Allah, trust in His plan. We can't see it, but sure He can. When things don't go right, they're still going right, except you can't see it cause your vision's clouded by misery, covering all the positivity. And as Allah says, perhaps you hate a thing and it's good for you. All the struggles you're facing will take strength to break through. And realize that what you thought was a struggle is actually a blessing. You just couldn't see it with your eyes. Right now, writing an exam that's not ordinary, the exam of life, made specifically for us to carry. And just like any exam, there are easy questions that feel like a breeze and harder ones that make you feel unease. But it's tailored for our capabilities, because Allah takes something away to give you something better. So don't ever think you can't handle that strong breeze. Hardship hits us all, no matter our race, culture, or financial status, our kindness and envy, and even the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, an orphan, got no family, lived a life that most of us can't bear to see, stoned and suffered, then forced to flee. What greater is there than knowing that the greatest is always by your side? You try to fight your battles, releasing all the courage, forgetting the one that never left your side. Gratitude. What seems so simple, but yet so difficult. To recognize what we have because we're too occupied with what we don't. Our lives did a full 180, and so should our minds. Life was presented to us through a new lens, the lens of a fish pulled out of the sea, because we got the chance to remove our blinds, got the chance to realize that all the blessings we had before were immense. And now, all we want is to be free, or to rewind to the past tense, wish we could open our eyes and see what we had in front of our eyes, but yet still turned away from. The past is in the past, but the future is yet to come. It's in your hands to make it a better one.
I start this piece for you because you've given me some advice, a small little phrase to get me out of my own mind. You tell me to trust the process. And you smile with your little dimples, making it sound ever so simple. I'm afraid you don't know me as well as you think you might. You see, it is hard to trust the process when your mind tells you otherwise. And I've tried so hard to shut the Pandora's box situated in my head, but I've tried and I failed. So I ask you instead, how do you do it? How do you trust the road ahead when all you see is fog and nothing through it? You tell me you see a bright light and you follow, and that's how you know that you're going the right way. But what if I told you that I see lights too? And they shine so bright, brighter than the sun. They are hard to miss, but there's still more than one light. And I'm not sure how it ended up like this. You see, my car is at a crossroads. It does not know where to go, but it's moving with no direction. I'm confused. I do not want to choose, but that is not a choice. And everyone gives their opinions, but it's me who is devoiced. I try to yell. I try to tell everyone. But they don't want to listen. So I'll tell you that a part of me still longs for my passions against my own better judgment. I cannot let go. You do not know my mind. Every day is a silent battle, and every time that I think I found my light, something always finds a way to rattle my mind again. I try to hide. I try to put on a peaceful disguise. I try to put it all aside. I try to focus on the noise around me so I don't have to focus on the noise inside. But here's the punchline. All noise dies down eventually. So it all comes back to me, attacking me with everything that it's got. Trust the process? There isn't a process until I've made my decision, but how do I know without a guarantee that the light that I've chosen is the best light for me? I am asking you, how do you know which light to follow? Because my internal quarrel has gone on long enough, I cannot put it aside anymore. And yet I stand here with no answer except for one. I am exhausted. 4 years of my life I have been at war, torn between the lights, trying to figure out which one is right. How do you do it? You leave me in awe. There is no flaw in your foggy little road. Your journey to your final abode is simple. I wish I could do it. I wish I could sit back and enjoy the ride, but a part of me always wonders what it would be like on the other side, following the other light, always wondering if that one was right. I wish I had a guarantee. I wish I had a guarantee that the light that I've chosen is the light that'll make me happy. You see, I just want to be happy. How do I know that I will be happy? I can't see that far. It's too foggy. And sometimes I wonder and I wonder and I wonder, maybe it's not too late. Maybe I've made a mistake. Maybe I can hit the brakes, slow down, maybe take a turn around and see where the other light will go. But I just wonder and I wonder and I wonder. And now I'm just stuck in this car. You see, it is moving, but I am not driving anymore. Instead, I am looking into the distance to the other light, and my heart is sore from the choices I've made. And I ask you, how did you do it? How did you choose logic over desire, choose reason over a passionate fire? How did I choose to stay on the ground instead of flying higher? I guess I've chosen my process. I guess I've chosen my light. Your advice makes a little more sense now. Maybe you were right. Maybe I should trust the process. I could say that this is the end, but then again, my car still moves without a foot on the pedal. My car is not parked, the road has not ended, and the light is still bright. And the other light is still in my sight, so maybe the journey is not over. Maybe the roads will cross over, maybe the lights will merge, and maybe the other light will fade, because maybe that wasn't the right way, but my car still moves, and it's driving on its own. And maybe I don't need to worry as long as this car is here for me. I just need to trust that I'll get to where I need to go eventually. I wish I could have given you a definitive end, and I'm sorry I did not intend on leaving room for wonder. But at least for me, this is not the end. The road might still be foggy, but I can see that far ahead. And maybe it'll be sad, or maybe it'll be swell, but I know that when I get there, I'll bid you farewell.
You ask why I wear a blindfold. How about I say trust is one in which confidence is placed upon, and process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. You ask again why I wear a blindfold. How about I say trust is one in which confidence is placed upon, and process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. Like my brother Bona Muhammad likes to start, peace be unto you, my fellow servants of the merciful. I mean, he truly is, as he has given us the bountiful. Allah gives us all different challenges to face. No one's is harder or easier, so why do we race? Moving on from relationships is a lot harder than you think, yet the unfamiliar feeling won't settle or sink. Your old habits are weighing you down, your inclination wants you to drown, your connection and sensation feeds on your temptation. You don't understand why your impulsion satisfies your infatuation. It's the grief that's pulling you down and won't let you leave sad town. You want to start a family, God willing, yet the feeling of your youth is quite thrilling. It must be terrifying to see a new beginning. Feels like your whole world is spinning. Is that girl really worth forgiving? The decision that determines your life is quite chilling. You find yourself filling out a questionnaire. You look lost. It's almost like you can't find the right square. It's the questioning of one's existence. It's the questioning of how far is the distance. It's the questioning of the firm belief in the oneness. Feels like you're losing your compass. It's the questioning of whether the glass is half full or half empty. It's the doom-laden feeling you find your wounds slowly revealing. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Baqarah, ayat 286, Allah does not burden the soul beyond that it can bear. Allah shows us His mercy in the Quran, and we know that's the most powerful book in the land. It's the trials and tribulations that you go through that bring out the inner strength inside of you. The tree didn't take 2 days to grow. It's not like you have anywhere to go. Have tawakkul in your heart if you know what's smart. If you really truly believe, it won't be hard to achieve. If you pray long and hard, then the answer will be up your sleeve. Istikhara is the way to go. Party is a new low. Dua has a nice glow and no one can hurt your flow. You're the main character in your own show. Shout out to those who are going through a rough time but choose to get up and keep moving on ahead. You try to hold yourself together like needle and thread. May Allah give us the patience of Ayub. No one had his patience, not even Ibrahim, Yusuf, Musa, or Yaqub. How can you question Allah's actions? I mean, He only caters to your transactions. Allah only tests those who He thinks are strong. And Allah is Al-Alim, the all-knowing and is never wrong. Allah plans. You plan, but you just have to accept and move along. Allah is Al-Muqaddim. Allah is Al-Mu'akhir, the expedite and the delayer. So don't focus on anything else but your prayer, because He's the utmost conveyor. This is the ultimate game and you're His favorite player. So you ask one last time why I wear a blindfold. How about I say trust is one in which confidence is placed upon, and process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve.
The theme this year was trusting the process, but I don't really know if I can do that, because every time I try to take a step forward, I ended up taking 2 back. And how am I supposed to trust a process that causes me to lose my prom and lose my grad? And maybe I could have handled that, but it doesn't change the facts, because fact of the matter is still that my friends are leaving me and I didn't even get to say goodbye. So how am I supposed to trust a process that inevitably makes me cry? A process that causes me so much pain of not being, of not knowing, of not being able to accept the fact that my life is still going down a path that I did not choose. And maybe you can accept such a process, but I can't do that when I have so much to lose. Now, I've never felt as low as I did this year. I questioned my faith, my beliefs, and shed constant tears. And I didn't understand why Allah was letting this happen to me. Because if He loves me so much, why is He letting this pain fall for me? So I asked my mom, what should I do to make everything okay? And she told me that the best thing that I could have done was to pray. And that's when Ramadan started, and my life started to look up even more than I expected. I got into my dream school and I actually accepted, and I ended up winning my school's valedictorian election. And every single high school goal that I had started to come true. And I realized it wouldn't have happened if I didn't go through the pain that I went through. And that's when I came to an extremely important realization. That we all believe that the worst thing in life happened to us. That when our days are bad, our fate is cursed, and that nothing in our future could ever be worse. That we're at the mercy of unhappiness and Shaitan himself. So many of us forget that we have Allah's help. We have someone we can turn to and talk to who would help us realize that our worst fears have not come true. That it's just an illusion that depression can create, and the only way to fight it is to strengthen your faith. Now, hardships come to each of us throughout our lives, and some of us become defeated while others we fight. And our days are hard days, and sometimes you can lose faith, but to do this is useless. Allah states the truth, and what He says is genius, to trust in this process, and believe that in spite of temptations that cross us. The path of the believer will of course be a hard one, but does that mean you give up the faith that we all love? Allah allows every Muslim to find their way, and for you to question His will is for you to say that you are greater than He who created this day. Now, what we must understand is that every life has to have rain fall into it sometimes. But it's up to us to decide whether we will question Allah's will in anger or rage, or we will thank Him for having a plan in place. For loving us so much that He created our lives. For loving us so much that He provided us guidelines on how to enter Jannah and achieve bliss. And all He ever asked in return was that we trust Him. And we can make a million mistakes a million times, and He would forgive every single crime that we ever committed as long as we always admitted that we trust Him. And some of you may find it absurd that I ask you to trust someone you cannot see and you cannot feel. So how would you even know that He's real? Well, I'm here, and I'm real. You can see me perfectly clear. And if you do not believe in what you cannot see, then I ask you to look in front of you and believe me when I tell you that we should trust Him. This was the hardest year that I've ever endured. But if I could go back in time, I wouldn't change a single problem in my life. Because I realized that every single problem I had, Allah was helping me even before I asked. And that's when I realized that I used to think that loving Allah was enough. But trusting Him means just as much. Assalamu alaikum. So I wanted to give just like a quick little summary about what my spoken word was about. It's mainly just about trusting that everything happens for a reason, and Allah would only give you troubles and hardships in your life. It was going to help you become a better person, and it was going to be beneficial for you in general. For example, my mom used to tell me when I was little that your life can't be perfect. No one's life can be perfect. That's just not realistic. So what God would do is He would make bad things happen to you right before the good things would. So it would kind of balance out. So if something really, really bad had happened to you, that just meant something really, really good was going to happen to you right after. So this spoken word was just about trusting the fact that everything He does for a reason.
When I think of paradise, I think of being absorbed. Absorbed. Absorbed like the last three letters of the word absorbs us into its drunk sleep. Absorbed into the flawlessly faceless body of bodies that we, well, our colonial subjugators, to be more precise, like to call a crowd. Looking at this crowd, there is but one thing I see, and wallahi, if I were to tell you honestly, that looking at this crowd into its non-existent eyes, I can see exactly why the white man feared us strong, united, free from their lies. They used to call us their prize, but all praise to the Creator, the watchful, the bestower, who in every living sense of the word made us their walking surprise, beyond their superiority, beyond our demise. For generations, we have stood by knowledge's divine power, built palaces of books and scholarly scrolls scented with the perfume of God's command to read. Iqra, read in the name of your Lord. And still, we have never questioned the ones who dictate our knowledge, the keeper of education, the captains of our captivation. There are times when you feel like so many but so little, maligned and belittled, like a misty mountain of air in a valley of broken hopes, but like the baptismic break of day, unshackling itself from the shackles of eastern sea, we break the slaving chains, the chaining of slaves, when we enslave our all to the one, the only one to whom worship is worthy. There are times when we'll humiliate our heads, knocking them on the cold door of soil like a beggar, begging not to beg, but to tumble into one's eyes instead. And there are times when they'll char us with their laughs and cut us with their sharp eyes, always meaning to mean more than what can be seen. But with their faces soiled in the ground and the smells of paradise already seeping into nose, everyone knows you cannot fight fire with fire. You need water, and perhaps a panicked puff, but even then, water is not always enough. So when they humiliate your humility, ask, is that even possible? Is it even possible to imagine what God has promised to those who don't fight the fire? When I think of paradise, nothing meets my mind but all that I have not done, all that I've left for tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Because paradise sounds like lifespans away, but really I risk losing it every single day. In all that I've lived and all that I've loved, I've never felt a paradise greater than mother's hug. Paradise lies under the feet of your mother, An-Nasa'i, hadith number 6. At the time that the Prophet ﷺ said this, my mother was the faintest idea in the mind of a human I can only dream to meet. There was a man, my mother would tell me, who taught us there is nothing we can deny to accept. Not a single leaf turns, wind blows, cloud floats, eyes meet, child bleeds, hearts beat, except that it was decreed. Indeed, God's plan is complete, but hey, don't take it from me. Take it from the man who, when he was born an orphan, fatherless, separated from his fearless mother who at 6 left him motherless. He became an asset of the people in the hands of his uncle. He grew up to be a trader, a merchant of goods. He didn't know he would become a merchant of words beyond the realm of nobility. Never trading a truth for a lie, never a lie for reality. The weights of society were turned against him, as if they were waiting to cheat him in this 40-year transaction. They called him Sadiq Amin, the guardian of truth. But when the truth turned tides against him, they tried to trade the stars for his silence. But no, he didn't need no stars, no. He was the entire galaxy, and he knew it, and they knew it. To inspire requires prophet-like vision. This is a man who, when he looked at his people, the only thing he saw was a future. He took the time to spread the light and illuminate their hearts to shine their hidden perfection. Hearts that paved the path on their darkest night and that wallahi are followed to this day while we walk blindly, without sincerity, without sight. He was the moon on a starless night, the emerald tree in a shadeless desert, the call for peace and eternal fight. He was the resilient blossom in barren dirt. He was the messenger of God, peace be upon his soul, who lived a life proving that God has a process and that all this is deadline distress unless we transgress. Then wallahi, he is the possessor of all that is impossible to possess. So bear patience, like it's the only path on which you can crawl. We all know that good always comes out of every fall. So rise and run to paradise. But don't forget that there will be thorns and trials on that path. But I tell you this in hopes that you will turn thorns into roses, trials into rays of light, so that you might smell and see paradise right here and right now. Because true disaster is not in never drinking from Al-Kawthar. Disaster is in telling another that they will drink from the messenger's hands without acknowledging the fiery thirst that precedes it. Disaster is in telling one that their mother is their door to paradise while you keep your door shut so she can't bother you. No! Unlock your door! Open your door! Uncuff yourself from the confines of confusion, and once you finally lose grip of that rope, trip on pebbles of hope, on mountains of dead promises, and drown in your own puddles of tears while choking in every thought of living twice. You think of paradise. Is that not worth everything you are not?
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Afia. I'm the Junior Associate Director for Miss Toronto, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in to our first ever online tournament. And a huge shout out to all of our amazing competitors for competing in the tournament, because we couldn't have done this without you guys. And I want to quickly remind you all of our online award ceremony, which will be taking place on July 26th, so you don't want to miss out on that. And also make sure and stay tuned for Miss National's announcement, where they will let you know how and when the tournament will take place. Whether or not you competed in the regional tournament, you are still eligible to compete as long as you are a high school student, so stay tuned. And until then, enjoy your summer and stay safe. Assalamu alaikum.